Personally, as an artist, I struggle with mixing and mastering. Like, deeply. It's the part of the process where my brain just fogs up. I could write a whole song in 20 minutes, fully inspired, pouring it out like a confession, but the second I open up the mix window, it's like I forget why I even made music in the first place. It's not that I don't understand what EQ or compression do. I get it, technically. But every time I start shaping a mix, it feels like I'm trying to solve a Rubik's Cube with oven mitts on. I turn one knob and suddenly the entire track falls apart. The vocal disappears, the kick turns into cardboard, the reverb either vanishes or floods the whole song like a busted pipe. And somehow, no matter what, my finished mix always sounds quieter, flatter, and sadder than the reference track I dragged in. And the worst part? Everyone online makes it look easy. Just use FabFilter. Just cut the low mids. Just follow this 5-step chain. Cool. I did, and it still sounds like I'm mixing inside a shoebox. But here's the thing. I've started to realize that my problem isn't the plugins. It's me. More specifically, it's the mental switch from artist to engineer. Those are two completely different brains. Writing a song is emotional, it's intuitive, it's messy, but mixing is technical, it's clinical, it's almost surgical, and flipping between those two modes is not easy. It's like trying to edit a love letter while you're still crying over it. There's no objectivity. You start fixing things that didn't need fixing. You lose the magic because you're chasing correct. So lately, I've been approaching mixing differently. Not as a checklist of technical steps, but as a continuation of the emotion. I ask, what feeling does this mix need to support? Should it be raw and close, like someone whispering in your ear, or big and wide, like a memory you're drowning in? Once I know that, I stopped obsessing over numbers and start sculpting the mix like I'm still writing the song. Less fixing, more feeling. Also, I stopped trying to learn everything at once. I pick one technique, one plugin, one mix element, and I go deep, like just vocals, just EQ, just compression. I'll remix an old track 5 times, each time focusing on that one thing until it clicks, because that's how real skill builds, layer by layer, not by watching 20 tutorials and copying someone else's chain, but by struggling through it until you actually understand what your ears are hearing. And if I'm being honest, sometimes I still don't get it right. Sometimes I spend hours on a mix and it still doesn't translate, still sounds weird in the car, still doesn't hit the way I want it to. But instead of spiraling, I remind myself, this is the tax for doing everything yourself. This is the part where your artist ego meets your engineer reality. And yeah, it sucks, but it's part of the process. So if you're an artist and you also feel like mixing and mastering are these scary, mystical walls you'll never climb, I get it. I'm still climbing too. But you don't have to be a pro engineer to make music that moves people. You just have to care enough to try, to keep showing up, to let your ears grow. And most of all, to remember that your emotion is always more important than your precision. A perfect mix that feels empty will never beat a messy one that makes someone feel something. That's what I keep telling myself. And maybe that's what you need to hear too.